All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out aloud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now. Listen to the top where the little bird sings and the melody and the high notes ringing and the hoot owl cries over everything and the blackbird disagrees. Singing in the night time, singing in the day, where the little duck quacks and he's on his way, and the otter hasn't got much to say, and the porcupine talks to himself. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now. Dogs and cats, they take up the middle where the honeybee hums and the cricket fiddles, the donkey brays and the pony neighs, and the old grey badger sighs. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do, and the old cow just goes moo. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now. Well, there's a cute little song. And today we're actually going to cook a couple of members of the choir. So hope you don't go away. We are going to make a Greek dish called ShishLiki. Or some people say ShishLiki, but whichever way you pronounce it, it's still delicious. So I'm going to move the camera over here so you can see what's happening, and we'll go from there. Okay, for today's recipe, you're going to want a Tupperware container or some type of container. Actually, I think this one is Ziploc, but it'll work. Now, you can make this dish with chicken, boneless chicken, lamb, or pork. And what you want to do is you want to cut them into probably half-inch thick slices and put that in the bottom of your container. And here comes Browan because he smells the chicken and he's saying, "Oh, that must be for me." Hey bud, how you doing? Do you have anything you want to say to people? Well, is that hi? Are you saying hello? Yeah. Are you saying that's my chicken, give it to me? Yeah, that's probably more likely. Sorry, bud, you can't have this. So you want to put a layer of the meat, and then you want some onion, and you're going to put a layer of onion. And then another layer of meat. Now what I'm doing is 2 boneless chicken breasts. Like I say, you can do this with lamb or pork, but you want to cut it into, like I say, about half-inch thick slices. I'd say I'll probably get 2 layers here, which will be plenty for Glennis and myself. Alrighty, now I need to wash my hands, get the chicken off it. And then we're going to put the rest of our onion over the top. Just try to spread it out somewhat evenly over. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to set that aside. Oh, I got an escapee here. Alright, next you're going to want a large measuring cup. And into that you're going to add 1 teaspoon of Greek seasoning. Now, you've probably heard of Italian seasoning, but you can also buy Greek seasoning, and that's what you want is 1 teaspoon of Greek seasoning. 1 teaspoon of oregano. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. you want a 1/4 teaspoon, that's a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And 1 teaspoon of salt. And once you have those in there, you want to blend them together really well. Probably do that more by shaking it around. But you want to try and get them as blended as you can. They smell really good. Then you're going to add a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And 1/2 cup of olive oil. Now you want to blend that together really well. You could use your electric whisk if you have one, or do it in a small blender, or just do it by hand like I am. You really want to get that blended, get all those flavors all mixed in there good. And once you've got them really well blended together, we're going to pour that over our meat. You just want to make sure your meat's all in there nicely. And now what are we going to do? Well, we're going to cover it. And we're going to put it in the refrigerator for a minimum of 3 days, but we're going to stir it once a day. So put it into now, but this time tomorrow I'll open it up and mix it around just to get the meat mixed in so the stuff on the top can get to the bottom and all that. But we're going to let it sit for a minimum of 3 days. And then once it's done, you can barbecue it or grill it, or you could bake it in the oven. But traditionally you'd cook it on a grill or a barbecue. And you can do it on shish kebabs if you want. Make sure you soak your wooden sticks first before you do that. But this is a absolutely delicious dish called ShishLiki. So if you'll hang on just a minute, I'm going to move you back over so I can have a look at you again. So that's our recipe for today. It's called ShishLiki. That's spelled ShishLiki. And it's fabulous. No matter whether you use pork, lamb, or chicken, it's just an absolutely delicious dish. So I hope you'll give it a try. Obviously, since it has to marinate for 3 days minimum, I can't cook it today. And I don't know if my wife and I will be willing to wait till the next Tuesday. It's kind of a long wait. But anyway, give it a try. I think you really, really will enjoy it. Like I say, it's lamb, pork, or chicken. Cut it into 1 inch or 1 inch, 1/2 inch thick strips, and then layer it with your onions and put your marinade over the top. It's just that easy. So give it a try. Until until Friday, when we have our last part of Chapter 2 of Land Rovers. Take care, stay safe.